Hello my lovely potatoes and welcome back to another pretty short video. This time I thought I might get some old footage out that I recorded last year. I'm not quite sure when I did that, probably somewhat November 21. So I don't know anymore. However, I think this one was one of the more music inspired ones. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was, because at that point I was actually listening heavily to Johnny Goth, which I don't know if people would call that cringe or just, I don't know. It's really resonating with me. At least some of the songs are very resonating with my feel of existence at that point. So I was heavily listening to Johnny Goth at that time, and then this picture of a, I don't know, human-shaped glass or glass in the shape of a human filled with toxic liquid popped into my mind. So, and I actually like this picture so much that I feel like this should be a sticker. So I really need to sift through my art pieces that are not big enough for print on Redbubble, but I would consider making a whole sticker pack for. So maybe I'll just put a few of my smaller simple pieces into one sticker pack to put that one on Redbubble. By the by, link is in the description. And I don't know. I was struggling a little bit with this one. Or was I? I don't know. I definitely had to look up some references for the glass, because I never painted glass in this way. And actually figuring out how glass works is a bit tricky, because if you don't really know how the shape would behave, because the thickness of the glass has this kind of weird behavior of getting more bluish if you paint it. It's kind of weird how glass behaves with lighting and thickness and trying to make it look somewhat realistic. So that was something that I had to think about a lot when I did that one. The liquid was another thing where I had to think a lot, so I actually just went with the approach: the more liquid layer I have, the deeper the color gets, or the deeper the liquid is inside the vessel, the deeper the color gets. I think that's more accurate on how my thought process was on that. And then trying to figure out how this works with the light that is reflecting from the glass was probably the thing that I kind of struggled the most with. So this one little painting, even though it was actually just a really quick thing, it was a really nice challenge to do, mostly because glass and liquids are things that I am very unfamiliar with to paint, and I really need to practice painting material overall, because I have noticed that when I do materials, they tend to be kind of clay-like. I'm really not. I'm currently not there yet when it comes to materials. What I did with the liquid overall at some point, I think that's somewhat in the end, I pretty much just used a few textures to kind of break up this dense and kind of boring one greenish color to give it a bit more interesting colors inside the whole liquid. That's something you'll see a bit later. But I think the way it turned out is actually good enough for my abilities, at least. I definitely have still a lot to learn, but who doesn't? Everyone has something that they could learn. And that's actually something that if you're an artist like me, you kind of have to think about. Always challenge yourself with something that you can learn. No matter how small your little art piece is, always put in something to push your skill boundaries with. So if you want to support me and happen to be a streamer, you can find some stuff on my little website in the shop section down in the description below. And you will find some OBS transitions that I drew by hand, or you can also commission me for emotes. And if you also, like me, use Clip Studio Paint, I got some free stuff for you. I made some wall textures that you might be interested in, or I did some quick cables, and I will probably add some more free stuff to that site. So check out my website. As I said, link in the description below, and thanks for watching.